My name is Mike Stanford. I'm with Old Republic Title, and I'm here with our escrow manager, Sandra Sias.
Sandra Sias, that's
I love
right.
it. Hey, today I want to talk not about our company and our services, so it's going to be a little bit different.
Okay.
I want to talk about loyalty.
Loyalty.
And I want to talk to a point where how do we build loyalty with customers? Loyalty is hard to build, but it's harder to beat. So let's talk to agents about what you do to build loyalty.
I think that trust has to be built first.
Okay.
And then that just comes with, I think communication is key. Then loyalty will come. I don't think loyalty is going to be the first, point that we're hitting.
I wish it was.
I wish it was too.
I wish I could just say, I want your business, please be loyal to me. Like a dog.
Can you sign a loyalty contract? No. But it's going to be, they have to trust us.
Okay.
It has to be a relationship, I think, before loyal. I think just like with anything, whether it's professional or personal, it takes time to build that loyalty to somebody because it has to organically grow.
I hope I wear well, and this is an industry where you have to wear well. You're going to see people over and over. So if you have flaws, it's going to be exposed.
Well, there is, but we all have flaws, Mike. Like, we're all going to have flaws.
Yeah.
But I think, being flawed, we're human, so we're going to have flaws. But I think it's just about building the relationship and being authentic with the agents and being trustworthy and knowing that you have a high sense of integrity in doing business. And I do, and I think that I always carry that because that's what's important to me just in life, is just to be that way.
So how do you communicate? Like when you first call somebody, let's just start from the beginning of this process. You get a new client, get a new contract. How do you build it with that first call? Are you you're intentional on that first call?
Sure.
What do you do?
Call them. So get a new contract, you bring me a new client that I've never worked before, I'm calling them, I'm introducing myself.
Okay.
I'm asking them certain questions, like, you're introducing yourself, I'm sure they've gotten the phone call a million times, but I also always ask, hey, tell me how do you like to communicate? Because maybe for you, Mike, you want text messages.
Okay.
Like, that's easiest for you. Maybe you're like, hey, I want a phone call because I don't look at my emails. Maybe it's, whatever. Maybe it's emails because I don't answer the phone. Whatever that is. But, I want to know that because I want to be able to communicate with you and make it easiest for you. We're not playing phone tag. We're not doing any of that stuff. Because when I'm calling an agent, and I'm sure when they're calling me, it's because they need to talk to me about something, not just to, talk about the weather.
Yeah.
So I want to know, how do I get a hold of you, and vice versa.
So communication style is probably the first thing.
Yes.
Then setting expectations. You talk
Setting
about
expectations.
Do that right up. How do you do that?
Just ask them. I just want to set, and that's the way I form it. I just want to set the expectation. What is important for you in your escrow office, or what do I need to do that maybe some of the other people you worked with in the past haven't hit that mark?
Okay.
I don't want to fail. I want to meet their expectations, so I want to know that. And I don't care whether it's, they can be completely honest with me. I don't offend easily, so I want to know what that is.
So expectations are important for clients too, because what I see from my experience, things go bad in an escrow process when communications is low. Meaning, when you open up and you talk to them the first couple days, and then you don't hear anything for 3 weeks, you didn't do anything bad, but you didn't do enough. That's what I think, because people think, I haven't heard anything, it must be bad. Now the agent's confused, he's getting calls or she's getting calls.
Well, see, and that's what we need to know, right? Like, that's what I need to know, because I have some agents that are like, if I'm not hearing anything, everything is great.
Yeah.
But if nothing is happening for 3 weeks and I haven't heard from you, that's concerning. Well, then I need to know that. Even if it's no news, I want to be called and say, hey, I have no news, everything is going fine, I'm just going to let you know that. If they need that, then I need to know that.
You'll do that for
yes,
sure.
Absolutely.
Gotcha. Do some people want you to talk to their clients? Will some agents say, hey, I don't want you to talk to my client, or let me know, or keep me posted?
Yeah, I mean, I've had that where they have an elderly client, they're like, hey, talk to their daughter. The client's daughter, because they're doing all the communicating for them, or the DocuSign or whatever, or talk to me.
Yeah.
And of course we'll do that. Like, if they let us know that up front, I'm going to follow their instructions.
It seems so simple.
It is.
It does, but it falls through. So you need to be intentional in everything we do. If you just get up in the morning, you're tired, or you get sloppy, or your routine isn't there, you're going to be in trouble in your job.
Well,
would
I
think.
am a creature of habit.
You are. Yes,
So,
she is. Yes, she is.
I wake up in the morning and I'm like already thinking about the files on my desk, and I have this one today, this is going on, and this one, like I'm already putting things in order and how I'm gonna work things even when I get to the office. I know it's a little nutty, but it's just the way I am. But so that's just the way I've been doing it, because it's important not only for me, but it's important for the client to know, like, I've got this. I know what I'm doing. I know what needs to happen. I know where we're all trying to get from A, B to C to get it all done. I understand that. Like, I've been doing this a long time, so I get that. But I just think if the communication is there, communication with agents, letting me know what's going on and vice versa, I think it goes, as smooth as butter.
Here's another one, mobile notaries, because we're seeing more and more of that. People who are getting into RON closings and video stuff, but we do a lot of mobile closings here because we have a big area. So a lot of people ask about do we vet our notaries, and what's that process like?
So we use SnapDocs, which is our notary service. We can only use notaries that are vetted through SnapDocs.
Okay.
And I do have a particular few that I work with, that I trust because they're an extension of me and I'm an extension of the agent. So obviously I wanted everybody to show up the way that they need to show up. So yeah, I make sure that all my notaries are, just on their highest level to service the client and answer the questions if they choose to have a mobile notary. If they want to sign in office, I will do the I will do the signing. But if they, it's a situation where their work schedules are crazy and they're just send a notary, then absolutely. And then we do cover for a seller, we cover up to $100 and a buyer up to $125 of a notary fee. So
that's great.
Yeah.
If we just can create loyalty, and that's our intention, that we can go a long way in this industry. You've done it for years.
I have done it for years, and I really appreciate my clients that have been loyal for 20 plus years to me. But it was something that was built. It didn't happen overnight. It took, time. It took several transactions for them to realize, okay, she knows what she's doing. I can trust her to do her job.
Yeah.
And, then it gets easier and easier. But I get a lot of agents have gone through tough situations with escrow officers, and after we get burned a certain amount of times, it's hard to trust, especially because they're dealing with clients that are putting a lot of money into transactions.
That's
so
right.
We have to be understanding of that, and I think that if we lose the sense of understanding and empathy in our jobs, we're not servicing our clients.
We won't have jobs.
Exactly.
Exactly. Well, I know time is short here, so let me summarize. And so we looked at loyalty. We talked a lot about creating trust, right, with people. We talked about setting expectations. We talked about communication, probably the biggest thing.
That's what we hear the most, that people want. That's the communication.
Yeah. Everyone communicates differently, and I'm a big talker, surprising, right? Some people are listeners, so it's just the style of what people want, and being able to recognize that, and just being able to do it with intent every day as best as we can.
Sure.
Does that sound
100%.
Then good. I appreciate you spending time with us. I hope that this been as good for agents to understand a little bit more about our process. You get to meet Sandra and how special she is, and we hope that we have a chance to work with you in the future. So thanks for viewing.
Thank you.
And have a great day. Happy selling.